Welcome, Benchmark family, to another edition of our podcast. Today we have one of our very own, Nat, and Nat's going to tell us all about Benchmark Apparel. We'll probably get into some of Nat's story, so thank you all for joining us. Nat, how did you first hear about Benchmark program?
I actually saw an Indeed listing whenever I was looking for a job here. Because I'm from West Virginia. I came here for college. I was looking for a job because it's the first time supporting myself, and I just happened upon it on Indeed. I'm very picky. I didn't want to work fast food. I found something. I found a screen printing listing. Nothing I've ever done before, but I thought it sounded really cool as a graphic design student, and it sounded really fun and like a really good learning opportunity. And it has been thus far.
Okay. All right. Well, new to you, new to us. We, as a nonprofit, had not done screen printing before, so that was our first crack at it, and we were really pumped to see your application come through and get you on board. What was it like onboarding and like getting hands-on experience up at the print shop?
It was really, really fun, and every time I come in, I just want to print more. Just because there's something about doing something hands-on like that, seeing your work, because I designed some of the things we print also, seeing it being made with my own two hands and seeing it become something tangible, really rewarding. And even just the process of screen printing itself, it's not quite mindless, but it's very easy to get lost in it and just do it for hours. It's really fun and really good for my brain, to be honest. It's just a really nice practice, whether you're somebody who does art or doesn't.
Yeah. Huh. Well, aside from being a great pitch to any aspiring screen printers out there, I think that holds with a lot of science, like getting into a flow state is really important, both for your mental health, but also for your work product.
Right.
And I think a lot of people miss that in their jobs. But it's crucial to like I said, have a good product and everything. So had you done anything like that before coming to Benchmark?
Not quite to this scale. I did a t-shirt competition in Skills USA, the national conference, in my junior year of high school with my tech school. And I did the t-shirt competition. I made a design, and I helped heat press it. Okay. That was kind of the first and only exposure I had to t-shirt making or any kind of apparel making before coming here. Yeah. But it was really fun. I did not place at the competition. But I think that was, without realizing it, kind of like the first straw, I guess. Just like to prepare me for coming here. Even though I didn't really know it.
For it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and like just for context here, Benchmark Apparel is, our in-house screen printing, our social enterprise that Benchmark program uses to train staff, be able to pay students, you being first, and it gives us, on top of that, it gives us a revenue source that we can rely on outside of any, federal funding or state funding or donations, that allows us to have a more sustainable model in our programming with kids. And it's been really cool to see that develop, really with you behind all of it. Like your graphic design skills have really pushed us to the next level in screen printing, because like you can put ink on it, but on a shirt, but you need a design to use the ink. So like, for example, this design here that we have on these mugs, you created this, which is really cool. And like some of our other products that we've had, you were kind of the mastermind behind it all, which is really cool.
It is really cool. Being referred to as a mastermind is kind of awesome. But yeah, it does feel really rewarding because I started my first year as a graphic design student at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. And I came here in November, so just 3 months after enrolling at the college and moving here also. So kind of getting started with something already within my interests as a job right off the bat was kind of awesome. I didn't expect to be graphic designing as a living that quickly. So very rewarding, really fun, and also just, I already said this about screen printing in general, but all around a really nice learning experience. Also in like the business area of it, because I can sit on my little laptop and design all I want, anytime I want. But did I know anything about the business side of selling a design before coming here? No, I didn't. And now I know a little bit more about it. There's still time. I'm excited to learn more. But yeah, just a great experience all around.
And I think that's something we would love to be able to offer to more and more students as we're able to build a client base, build a system and a structure for it, giving high school students an opportunity to sort of bridge a gap, whether it's in high school or post high school, to have an opportunity to learn a trade and get it business experience, get graphic design experience, screen printing experience, all the things that you're talking about, be able to give that to somebody who, whether they don't know anything about it or if they're passionate about it, wherever they land on that spectrum, it's something productive to do with their time, and we pay for it. So like that, it's so cool. Yeah. And so for you, you said you're here at PCAD, Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. We're speaking summer 2025. So you're going to be going into your second year this fall, right? And you came here from West Virginia. What was your decision-making process looking at colleges?
There was quite a few to choose from in West Virginia. But what kind of put me off from a lot of them is, well, there's no art schools in West Virginia. Not that you need to go to an art school to learn about art. I just figured that an art-centered college would give me the experience I was looking for, which was a very in detail kind of an environment that allowed me to, for lack of a better term, really get in there. And I didn't feel like a larger public everything school would quite give that to me. Like WVU is biggest school in West Virginia, probably. That most people in West Virginia go to, I think. And really great school. Has so much to offer, has majors I've never even heard of. But that, I guess, size of a school, and also just the area, that didn't really rein me in like PCAD did. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you how I heard about PCAD because not a lot of people have heard of PCAD.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people from Lancaster County have never heard of it.
Right. Such a tiny school. The total class, everybody in PCAD was less than my graduating senior class.
Oh, wow.
So very small, but that is probably like the driving factor that brought me in, because smaller environments allow you, one, to get more personal and build a stronger relationship with your professor. And I mean, professors, I think, biggest part of like how you learn
Yeah.
And whenever you're taking a course like that, mentors in general, very important, can change the entire trajectory of your learning experience, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so having a school that allows me to have a closer experience with professors was really important to me. And some of the schools back home didn't really offer that, I guess.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, and I think it's a really smart way to approach anything, whether you're looking at a job or college or whatever, looking at it more as what can I learn through mentorship with this experience, as opposed to just checking the box. Like, I just need to go to college so that I can get a job.
Right.
You're looking at it more as a holistic sort of learning experience. And I mean, mentoring is at the heart of Benchmark program. I believe you have done some mentoring yourself, specifically in graphic design. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I went to trade school. I went to James Rumsey Technical Institute in West Virginia, and I went there for graphic design. They had a graphic design program. And in that program, wasn't very big. It had about 10 to 12 students, and our second year whittled down to about 8. But it was a very close-knitted environment, especially with our instructor, who I would consider to be my mentor for that period. I was in trade school. His name was Mr. Ware. And kind of what I mentioned earlier about getting closer with professors and getting to talk with them more personally in college, he was a big driving force behind that, why I wanted that, because I don't think I would have even been as passionate about graphic design or art in general had it not been for him. He really helped just encourage me, I suppose, and also really drove home the idea of doing work in your own time. And you can sit in a classroom as much as you want and do work there, but if you're not working on it outside of the classroom and building that passion outside of it, I think it's just a lot harder to get into something and get into a practice like graphic design. So he really helped in terms of that. And he also inspired me in terms of mentorship a lot, because now I get to talk to students going into that same program, students that are in their junior and senior year of high school that were in the same position as I was.
Yeah.
I get to give them suggestions, critique on their graphic design, something I really like to do.
Yeah.
Because that in itself also helps me as a designer.
Sure. Yeah.
Getting to teach or mentor somebody else is really good for learning yourself, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I think that's a much more eloquent way of saying hustle and grind. Like, everything you just said is like the grind mentality, like the hustle culture of you have to live what you're doing in order to be good at it. You study it outside of class, practice it outside of class, outside of work, mentor others as a way to better yourself. And build a network. Like, all of that is, I feel like hustle and grind culture. Like I said, you just said it in a much more eloquent way. So what was it like growing up in West Virginia, and like wanting to get involved in the arts and everything? Did you, like, from a very young age, know that this is what you wanted to do, and know that you'd have to look outside of your state?
Not really, because I was kind of like a lot of kids in that growing up, I wanted to be like a marine biologist or astronaut. Actually don't know if I wanted to be an astronaut. I know I wanted to be a ballerina at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never taken ballet, not once in my life. But as a little kid, I was like, man, that seems so cool. But like, I was always drawing. Like that was the thing I did all the time.
Yeah.
And I guess people noticing I was kind of good at it when I was little helped me a lot and kind of directed me to this path. But yeah, I started focusing on it a lot more in like later elementary school. And I was like, wait, can I be an artist as like a job? And I'm sure my mom or somebody was like, yeah, go for it.
Nice.
And so that's just like, that was my motivation for drawing at that point. Not only did I like it, but I wanted to do it for a living one day.
Yeah.
But in West Virginia, not a very, what would you call it? It's not a lot of cities in West Virginia. I'm not really sure how else to explain it. Not
a dense population.
Not a dense population, really not. So the art scene, there was a lot of nice local art scenes.
Okay.
But for somebody wanting to pursue art or design as a profession, there wasn't a whole lot of direction. Not a lot of really ideas of where to go from there. I mean, we had art teachers.
Yeah.
Art instructors, but I didn't want to teach. Didn't want to be a teacher. And it really came down to that. So, and also and I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I was just looking for a change of scenery also.
Okay.
Outside of West Virginia. Something with a denser population, as you put it.
Got it.
And so that, in addition to all the other factors that brought me here, is what brought me here. Got a small school, really good art scene, locally and in terms of like professions, and just an overall nice area. I think it was something new. It was what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So, that's what brought me here.
Okay. What was the biggest, I don't know, like, part that scared you, or like the biggest thing you had to work through about going from high school to college? Like, were there any barriers you had to work through to make it happen, or like to be okay with it happening mentally?
I think one of the biggest barriers, or kind of like a hurdle that I had to kind of get through, was being a first-generation college student. I had a lot of help in high school, kind of knowing what to do, where to look. But I think it would have been a lot easier to have somebody with experience talk to me about it, because there was a lot of WVU graduates and Shepherd graduates that were like teachers and counselors in high school, but I kind of wanted to go out of state from the beginning. So at that point, I kind of just had to accept the idea of just going for it, and just what happens. Yeah. I'm gonna see it and experience it for myself, and I'll learn from there. Another hurdle I had to get through was not knowing anybody here. Like I mentioned before, most of my friends from high school went to WVU or Shepherd University, both colleges in West Virginia. Not one person, even in my high school, just me at PCAD. So it was a little bit intimidating.
Sure.
Just going here, not knowing anybody, not really knowing the area either. I knew it was Amish country. That's all I knew. Yeah. That's what everybody said whenever I told them I was going to Lancaster. Going to Amish country? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of just had to figure it out. And for the record, figuring it out has helped. Definitely intimidating. And still at some points, I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm here, and I'm doing it, I'm trying, and it's working out for me so far.
So being first gen, so like nobody else in your family went to college, trying to go out of state. I'm sure there was like a financial aid piece you had to work through. Just the shifting of culture from like where you grew up in West Virginia to Lancaster, which isn't, Philly or like we're not a big city,
Right.
but we are a city with a thriving art culture, great foodie scene. Like, there's a lot happening here. Um, what did you do to like keep yourself oriented to make it happen as you were working through the process?
Um, that's a good question. I really just try to focus on what my goal is.
Mm-hmm.
And that essentially has just been to learn, to
Mm-hmm.
get better. Because there was at one point I had a very strict and concrete goal of what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I'm not really sure. Uh, I love it here and I want to keep doing this here. But I'm already here. So, in terms of that, I kind of don't know what to work towards at this point besides just getting better and honing in the craft. I, yeah, keeping my eye on the prize, I guess, and just wanting to experience more.
Yeah. So just kind of soak up more and the future will kind of figure itself out.
Yeah, essentially.
Huh. Yeah. Well, I think that could be a really encouraging and inspirational viewpoint for a lot of young people to take with them. Because at Benchmark, we work with a lot of young people who are kind of in the same boat, trying to figure life out as we go. And you're in that same boat, and you're making it happen. You're living proof that you can take a really big risk, make a really big jump out of get outside of everything you've ever known or really experienced, and make it happen. Maybe it's making it happen day by day, but you're still doing it. I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Tell us what I feel like you have a little side project going, some design work. I feel like I saw, I don't even know what to call it, a starburst with arms or something at one point. Tell me about that.
Good way of describing it. It quite literally is a starburst with arms. But I started a little apparel company with two of my friends, Helbo and Alexis, from college. And it's called NAHCO, N-A-H. It's each of our names.
Like nah.
Hmm?
Okay, nah, company.
Exactly.
Fascinating. Okay, continue.
But yeah, and to bring it back to Benchmark Apparel, that's kind of what got me into doing that initially.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as I said before, I've never screen printed before this. Everything we do for NAHCO is screen printed.
Okay.
Here, right now. We've been screen printing here. And we started at an art market at PCAD. That was the first and last thing we've done. Gonna do more, but that's just been our only opportunity. And it was really nice. I would consider it a success. Sold out of almost everything. Put one of our friends' faces on a shirt, was the biggest bestseller.
Really?
Yeah. Sold out in first hour or two.
Wow.
And our second bestseller was, it was a green crew neck with just the logo on it. Everybody loved it. And we even opened another pre-order after that, and more people bought it. And then after that, had strangers coming up to me being like, hey, when's this gonna come back? I don't know. Soon.
Yeah.
Still working it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of, for me personally, that's me putting into practice what I've learned here into the real world. And also just taking a shot at putting myself out there,
Mm-hmm.
because that's also been something I've struggled with. Whenever it comes to graphic design and art in general,
Sure.
a lot of your success is going to center around putting yourself out there, and that can be said about a lot of professions. You need to learn how to get yourself out there and make connections and network.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped me. Just going to an art market, putting our stuff out on a table, and seeing what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good for you. That's really cool. I mean, on multiple levels. One, for you personally, that's so cool to see that growth in the couple months that you've been involved here, but also just see the sort of the benchmark system in action of being able to provide a platform for entrepreneurs to do their thing and like catapult themselves out into the marketplace. That's awesome. So how do people find NACO?
We have an Instagram account. It's Now the Company, all one word. That's where we promote any sales we're doing, wherever we're gonna be, because right now it's just local. Be there or be square. Yeah, working towards a website so we can sell some stuff online.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You heard it here. Support local, NACO on Instagram, Na the Company. And yeah, go buy local. Anything else you want to say for the good of the order?
I'll just reiterate what I said before. Just put yourself out there, try, and if nothing else, then live for the experience.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Nat.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
See y'all later.